you know, when we do short reports, because when we go away, we look at, okay, what's been happening, we're doing these sessions, we have one-on-ones, what are the common themes, or what mining companies might call emerging issues or irritants? What are those popping up, and how do we resolve them? And one of the things that I always recommend, especially to sites where people just have absolutely no tools for self-regulation, is like, you really have the opportunity to embed habits every day, just like you would do with stretching. We know that the stretching that we do isn't really having an impact, it's just more of a tick and flick. But with self-regulation, you can literally build in habit where people learn how to self-regulate, where they build trust in the brain and body with a tool that can wind them down or de-escalate them when they're at that space of fight or flight, reactive, responsive, right? What are your thoughts on that? How companies can start moving towards embedding those, for lack of a better term, self-regulation tools into the day-to-day?
Yeah, I think like something I do after the suicide conversation is take people through a box breathing session, just do 5 to 8 rounds of box breathing, and I count everyone through the process. Janet, who was on the course, she come in the next morning, and the question was, tell me in one word how you're feeling today. And then she went on this whole rant about breathing. She's like, breathing is so amazing. I can't believe I didn't know how to breathe. And she's like, I went for 5, 5, 5, and I had the best sleep last night. And then the next person in the team, and these are electrical engineers, the next person along from her says, I go, so you can say more than one word now? And he's like, what she said. And then I said, what do you mean? He goes, the breathing for me, the box breathing has been like a game changer in terms of like regulating how they're feeling. So I think what we could do, or what companies could do, is just integrate box breathing as a part of the morning routine. So when they start the day, they go, all right, we're gonna do box breathing now. So hand on heart, hand on belly, breathe in for 4, hold for 4. And then over time they could build that up, right? And they'll build stamina with their breathing, so they can go to 6, go to 8, I'll do about a 10-second hold. So that daily practice, we know daily practice matters, right, with this stuff. So if we practice that daily, our nervous system is going to be less wired. And a supervisor might think, oh, if I take someone through a breath work and then they're yawning, they're like disinterested. But what's actually happening is their nervous system is regulated and they feel safe. They're not going to yawn unless their body is in a state of safety somewhat. And when we did the shutdown, I did box breathing with a group that were going into night shift. And when I ran into them in the morning, they're like, man, I had the least stressful night shift I think I've had in the last 2 years. And the only thing that was different was he regulated his nervous system before he went to work. So if we just integrate it as a part of pre-start, it takes a couple of minutes and it would just change people's lives. And then they'll start using it for sleep, so then they're getting better sleep, and then the benefits just roll on.